Hello guys, my name is Madhur and welcome to my channel. This is the 25th tutorial in the series of tutorials on Unix shell programming. Now in this tutorial we're gonna check out how to perform arithmetic operations on floats or real numbers, and by real numbers I mean numbers like 10.5 or 50.32 or any number that has a decimal point and something on the right side and something on the left side. So I discussed when I spoke about EXPR that EXPR is incapable of performing such evaluations. So we'll obviously have to use another tool. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a shell script in which we'll perform all these evaluations. I'll call it ss9.sh. I'll save it in my home directory, and I'll put a comment something like floating point arithmetic, right? And there's a typo there. Doesn't really matter, it's a comment, but still I don't like to have typos in my sentences. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to create two variables, and the first one is going to be called a, and I've given it a value 10.5, and the second variable b can have any other value, something like 3.5 maybe, right? Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do four evaluations. I'm gonna first add $a to $b, and then subtract $b from $a, and then multiply the two variables and then divide one by the other. So $a plus $b is gonna be the first expression we evaluate, and then $a minus $b is gonna be the second one. $a multiplied by $b is going to be the third one, and $a divided by $d $b is going to be the last one. Now multiplication symbol has special meaning, as I've told you guys, and we would have to escape it just as we did with EXPR, right? Now I said that we cannot use EXPR and we have to use another program, and this program is called BC. Now BC works in a slightly different way. You can't use BC with the simple reverse codes and then echo the results out. Instead, what we would have to do this time is we would have to echo these statements out first, and we would have to feed the result of the echo operation to BC. So when I would echo $a plus $b, what would happen is $a plus $b would be redirected for output on my screen, right? But I don't want it to go to my screen. Instead, I want it to go to BC, which is the program that I'm going to use. So I'll have to use the pipe symbol. Now the pipe symbol you can get by pressing the shift key and then pressing the backslash character, the same character that's between your backspace and the enter key, right? And then you have to type in BC, which is the name of the program that we're going to use. And I'll explain this thing again. Just a second, let me first type in this. Oops. There you go. So what I meant was when I echo this thing, then what would happen is $a plus $b. I mean, if I would just do it on the terminal, if I would just type in echo $a plus $b, what would happen is $a plus $b would be printed or displayed on my screen, right? Now I do not want it to go to my screen. Instead, I want it to be fed as input, as an expression for my program BC. So I would have to tell the shell to somehow take this and give it to BC and ask BC to do the evaluation. And the way in which you do that is by using pipe symbol, and this symbol is known as pipe symbol, and I told you how you can get it. Now this entire thing is going to get me my results. So $a plus $b is going to be 10.5 plus 3.5, which is going to be what, 14. But how would I echo the result out? We haven't really done anything to echo the result out yet, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first assign these values or the outputs to variables, and then I'll echo out the variables one by one, right? So in order to evaluate this entire expression, I'll have to put the expression in reverse quotes. That's what I'm gonna do. There you go. It really is as simple as that. and then I'll assign these outputs to variables. So I've used A and B already, so C would have to keep this, D would have to keep this, E would have to keep this result, and F would have to keep this result. And now my work is 99.99% done. I just have to echo out my variables C, D, E, and F. So echo $C, echo $D, echo $E, and echo $F. So there you go, my script is ready. I'll first run it to you guys and then do a recap. There's my terminal, sh space sh9.sh, and I press the enter key. There are my outputs. So 10.5 plus 3.5 is 14. So there you go, you have the addition, and 10.5 minus 3.5 is 7. So you have the subtraction result there, and 10.5 times 3.5 is 36.7. And if you don't trust me, or if you don't trust Unix, then you can use a calculator. And well, Unix is going to do the calculation anyway, but you can still verify it. So 10.5 times, oops, 10.5 times 3.5 is 36.75, and that's why it is just displayed it to what, one decimal place, so that's why it's 36.7. And the last result was 10.5 divided by 3.5, and you can use a calculation for that too. 10.5 divided by 3.5 is 3. So there you go, you have 3 on screen. So now I'll do a brief recap of what we did in this tutorial. Firstly, we had to do floating point arithmetic, and I told you guys in the last tutorial that we cannot use EXPR, we have to use BC. Now BC works in a different way, it doesn't work in the same way as EXPR, and what I've done is I've echoed out the expressions that I wish to evaluate, right, through the echo statements, and I have fed the output of my echo statements to BC using the pipe symbol. Now this is new, so you can make a note of it. And after BC has evaluated these expressions, I have stored the outputs in variables C, D, E, and F, and then I've echoed out those values in the echo statement at the end. So there you go, I hope you guys have understood, and it really is a simple concept. It's just that I've discussed lot of things in one tutorial. I've discussed BC, and I've discussed pipe symbols, and I've also used reverse codes, but I'm sure you guys are capable of handling much more complicated stuff. This is probably kid stuff for you guys. So thank you so much for watching this tutorial. I'll see you guys in the next one, in which we'll discuss something interesting again. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon.